understanding the get thin quick policy. Now, the get thin quick policy is not actually a policy. All right, it is something I've made up for my clients to help understand this. By giving it a name, my clients can easily identify what is or is not out of bounds with the misleading and inaccurate claims policy within Google in this specific subsection. But there's a lot of internet marketers who are in the health and wellness space, and it covers a wide range of items that concern weight loss. Now, whether it's putting on cool wraps or it's weight loss programs or supplements, all of them fall under this get thin quick internal policy that Google may have, looking at how you're advertising your business, your product, your service, and your business model. To understand the difference of a get thin quick policy that's not allowable and something that is allowable has to do with a couple of things. How much weight you lose and in what time frame and by what methods. There is a very important item you need to understand here. And Google works directly with the FTC, the FDA, the FEC, all these different governmental programs within the US and outside of the US. They work with even more governmental agencies. But I'll speak specifically to the United States because I know those the best and I live here. But all countries are pretty much the same. In that they tell them very specifically, there's only 2 items, only 2, that have been scientifically proven without a shadow of doubt to work for everyone for weight loss. Only 2. The first one is diet and exercise. And the second one is a type of gastric or bariatric surgery. Those are the only 2 items that have been proven to work for everyone. Thus, those are the only 2 you can ever say has a direct cause for weight loss. Okay? The only 2 that you could directly state cause weight loss. Now, notice I said direct. That is very important, the word direct. There's indirect causality that if you're very good with your marketing, you can use, but not direct. So when you have advertising that says lose 30 pounds in 10 days by taking this one supplement, that's going to get struck down. That's considered get thin quick. Lose 10 pounds just taking 1 pill a day. That's get thin quick. Use this one tip to slim down quickly. That's clearly get thin quick. All right. Everything, for the most part, must be mirrored with diet and exercise as the main cause of weight loss. And everything else you add to it is, by definition, supplemental. This should drive everything you do in the health and wellness space as it pertains to weight loss. Any advertising that doesn't include those elements will fall under this get thin quick policy. In addition, testimonials. Testimonials can cause you a lot of problems. If you have individuals that lost 1, 2, 300 pounds, 50 pounds, 20 pounds, 10 pounds in certain time frames, and they're talking about their experience, that's acceptable. But just make sure you quantify in a disclaimer how their results compare to the typical person that joins your product, your program, or who signs up for your services or maybe take your supplement. You have to make sure you put it in proper context. This individual results vary. This is not typical. Maybe even put what the average weight loss is if you have such data available, but certainly do not make it seem like it's guaranteed or the usual experience for anyone if you cannot back that up. Now, that being said, there's another issue with the get thin quick when it comes to supplements, and that has to do with FDA approved. So you know, once you start getting into stuff that's proven to work, you've proved your product, then you start entering into the FDA realm, and they have their own sets of guidelines of which you're not going to meet. So you don't want to go on that end anyway. You'll be a pharmaceutical company. You'll be held to those guidelines, and then you'll go under the illegal online pharmacy. So you understand how this policy is policed. Literally, Google partners with third-party companies who their sole business model in life is to scour the Google AdWords network to find individuals violating this policy and report them back to Google. Some of them even have an agreement with Google where they API into Google's policy database and immediately, just by the click of a button, update the Google algorithm as to what websites are in violation of this policy. So on the get thin quick, guys, stay away from that. Stay away from talking about these crazy claims and time frame and all of that. Stick to diet and exercise programs, and everything else is supplemental.